All right, today's Tuesday, January 19th. Tuesday, January 19th. I think it's like day 32 of retirement, something like that. Like I say, I've almost lost all track of time. I'll try to keep the numbers going for you, even if I've got to count through. That drone home's waiting. I'm almost excited the boys be back Thursday. Let's say today's Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, they just went with their mom. They'll be back Thursday, Friday night. Yeah, that was pretty fun, man. That drone home. Jake needs a little practice. He needs a little, the more you train, the more you practice, the better you get. I need to sit with him and practice shooting it up, because Nikki was tearing it up, man. Nikki was rolling. But hey, man, I know there's a lot of people, PTSD, depression, stuff like that. I talk about it on my TikTok every now and again for the other firefighters, police officers, military, first responder. I know this is a big thing in the military. I try to throw out awareness, so I'm gonna do the same thing here, and I'll say check on your friends. If you have it, who knows people better than you knowing your friends' patterns, recognize patterns. If you have a friend in me, if you have a friend that their pattern is off, they're doing something different, recognize that, check on them, just call them up. And I don't mean this for me. I'm not calling for help. I'm not doing whatever. This is strictly for awareness, because if I don't say it, no one else is gonna. People out there are depressed. Depression is real. With COVID and stuff, a lot of places are closed. A lot of people aren't socially seeing each other like they were. People are lonely. Dude, I get that. But I overcome that. I got my kids. I go out, do walks. But each person handles things different. Each person handles an emergency they have run differently. So I always say, check on your friends, man. Text them. Hey, are you okay? Give them a call, man. Hey, what are you up to? Even if they say they're fine, so be it. At least touch base with them, man. That little bit of communications could mean a difference. But man, I've already showered. Water running over top of your body is a great thing to get you going in the morning. Here's a guy in the Navy, and I actually forget his name, man. But when I got to work in the morning, one of the first things I did was make my bed. It's such a weird thing, and I've been doing it for a very long time. When I get up in the morning, I make my bed. That's something, your parents always told you, hey, make your bed. What? Make your bed? That's the dumbest thing ever. You have completed a task today. So look at that. So I've already accomplished something. I'll show you my bed, man. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I make my bed. I come into my room. My room looks nice. It's a positive atmosphere. I've already accomplished something. I've made my bed. I've showered. I'm in such a good mood. I've had water run over me. I feel clean. I look clean. I'm dynamite. But you have people that are just legit like sitting alone. Check on them. Seriously up, man. Depression's real. And if you want me to go a step farther and get really real with you, there's therapists out there. You can go through your primary care. If you don't want to go to your department, if you don't want to go and ask for help or whatever, go to your primary care doctor and say, hey, I'm feeling a little depressed. Do you have, what can I do? They will suggest things to do. Man, I see a therapist every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I talk to a therapist. I'm not crazy. I've gone through some stuff where I may have been depressed. I've been anxious. I've gone through that. But when you talk to someone, they give you coping mechanisms. They give you breathing styles. They give you things to channel and refocus things. So don't think, oh, I'm crazy, man. I don't need to go to no shrink, no psych, no whatever. There's a therapist and you're talking to somebody. And it's very simple, as they give you coping mechanisms and exercises to work through that stuff. So don't think, oh, I'm crazy. I can't do that. I can't do that. Dude, you don't have to tell anybody. I don't have to tell you guys, but I'm letting you know you're not alone. You're not alone. Other people go through this, so don't be scared of it. Okay, now that that's done, let's get out and do something, man. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna run to the mall. The boys have a turtle. Did y'all know that? She is away right now, and I'm not gonna pull the turtle out. But the little water bowl is not big enough. So what we do? The turtle needs to get. The turtle should have. I mean, it's got a water bowl, but a turtle should be able to soak. So I need to go get a different bowl. What we do is when we feed the turtle, we get a towel out. We put a water dish in. We let her sit in the water dish. She eats. And then, so she's getting her dip. And then I catch her in that water bowl all the time. She's a little itty bitty little thing. I'll get her out and show you later. But yeah, I want to get a bigger, I want to run to the pet store and get a little bigger water dish so she's able to like sit in it a little better. That one, she kind of teeters on the end. Her face goes down and then she rolls back. She's like, so I'm gonna get her a little bigger water dish. She used to be a little itty bitty thing. She's grown a little, but she's still a little baby box turtle is what she is. But no, I want to do that. I want to go for a walk. I got a couple things. No rush. No, if I don't get to them, I don't get to them. I'll get you guys some type of story. Maybe we'll talk about some type of fire talk. I know. As weird as it is, I mean, I run high rises and strip malls, and I worked on a military base, so everything was sprinklered, had alarms and all that stuff. So I'm very proficient in that stuff. But some people in your rural areas don't have sprinkler systems, don't have alarm panels, don't have that. So when they run an automatic fire alarm, they don't know they're like, and they're scared of touching that system, so. Find out who maintains it. Somebody maintains that system. If something breaks, they have a contractor that comes out and fix that. Call that contractor and say, hey, we're the department in that area. We were curious about your alarm panel. Next time you're servicing it or next time you're in the area, can you let us know? And we would like to meet you there and have you guys go over some stuff. Believe me, that company is going to be very happy to explain to you what not to touch, as opposed to you finger fucking all the damn buttons and screwing the system up. They'd much rather show you what needs to be done and what you should do, because as soon as you reset it, some of the stuff you do, it comes out of the memory and they won't be able to see what was the problem. So when they come to fix it, they won't know. If it's a system in trouble, is it a supervisory? So the newer systems absolutely show a history in the database. Some of these older systems have flip switches and stuff, and you flip them off and it turns the system off. You can override certain zones. So, and again, I'm not telling you guys to do that, but I am saying that you can change things around. If you change things around before that contractor gets there, who's responsible? So that's all. Get with them, man. It's all part of pre-planning, training, and everything else. You should be up. If you have alarms in your first due, if you have sprinkler systems in your first due, you should be familiar with those. How to turn them off, how to supply them, how to, if the OS&Y is turned off, it sets a supervisory alarm letting the system know that system is turned off. Sometimes there's a little needle in there that moves. Sometimes that needle is just a little bit off. Somebody tested it, and when they opened it back up, the needle didn't drop where it needs to, and it kept the system in supervisory. Yeah, they should have fixed that. But these are things you should recognize as firefighters. So maybe I'll go over, obviously I just went over some. Maybe we'll talk about fire alarm systems and sprinkler systems and such like that. But right now, man, let's run to the pet store, and I'll give you guys a good story this afternoon. But how do I, whoop, I got to give you some type of movie magic, or when I change angles and talk to you or something like that. Dropped a big old Duke in Petco there. So we needed a UV light for the turtle, and then I got a little bigger dish. So we'll put those in today. So that's, like I said, man, accomplishments. Knock a couple things out. Why is, Jake's mask is up here. That's interesting. Yeah, man. Accomplishments, little small tasks and goals. And that stuff goes a long way. It really does. So, I'm going to spin you around and show you this Jeep. This is pretty funny. Jurassic Park. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's cool. I like stuff like that. I'll eat lunch at home, save a couple dollars. It's to the point now where, I mean, I'm still good, but we got to watch our pennies. See if I get any money from my pension on February 1st. I bet I don't. But it's not going to be correct. It's probably not going to be correct until April. So I got to get by. I got to get by until that L is corrected. And I haven't even talked to the guy about my thrift savings. My thrift savings is just sitting in there, and that's going up tomorrow. Ooh, you know what? And it's after shit. That's not gonna get changed till tomorrow. Inauguration day. So comment, what do you think? What do you think the stocks are gonna do with the changing of the guard? I'm not a political guy. Either way, I don't necessarily, I mean, everybody's got pros and cons. But I'm more worried about the stocks and my money, to be honest with you, flat out. So yeah, comment, what do you think is going to happen? Because if I don't change it, I got to change it by noon for the end of the day. So if I change it now after noontime, the changes won't take effect until tomorrow. And tomorrow I think is going to drop a lot. Tomorrow will drop. You'll have that couple days of panic. Then they'll be like, oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, I wish I had a crystal ball and was a mind reader. I really do. I really do. I use these videos, and I'm completely hands-free. I use these videos and put some on TikTok sometime, and they say this can cause serious injury. I've talked about this intersection before, and it works as long as you pay attention to the lights. But if you run a light, see how like that car's coming right at me? If you run a light, you are crashing head on. I'm not gonna say a lot of crashes at this intersection, but there's crashes at this intersection. See how there's cars coming right at me, and when my light turns green, I basically go into that oncoming traffic to get up onto 665, and my light will change here in a second. See, there I go. So now I am in oncoming traffic and then get up on 665. Like I say, the light, as long as you pay attention to that light, man, everything's good. But so many people are not paying attention. They run the light, they jump the light. You've got to wait for your light to be, because you going into oncoming traffic for, you know, like 8 seconds. If someone has run that light or you jump that light, you're going to be in that same spot, and two cars going in a different direction can't share the same spot. Yeah, they have good crashes there. Well, I don't want to say good crashes, but for us as firefighters, that was a good crash. I was saying, when I put these on, you know, I'll take clips from these videos and then put them on TikTok or whatever. And again, I'm hands-free. I'm just driving. It'll say, this action can cause serious injury. because I guess it thinks I am videoing and driving, but you're hands-free. In Maryland, as long as I got a hands-free device, you know, same with talking on the phone. I can talk on the phone with a hands-free device. People say, get off your cell phone. It's legal to talk on a hands-free device. Text, like iPhone, and you can just say text, and everything's hands-free and voice activated now. And like I say, I put these clips, I say, you see both my hands, man, hands on the wheel, hands on the wheel. It's funny that it does that, because I'm perfectly legal. This action can cause serious injury. I'll flip you around, let you see. That's the South River Bridge. So this is my water on either side of the bridge. This is my water. This is where I live. So when I go to the beach and all that, this is my water. When I take the boys out on the raft and their kneeboard and wakeboard and all that, it's out to the right. This is Route 2. We'll go under the Route 2 bridge, and then we go under the Riva Road Bridge where Mike's Crab House is, and then that's where we go and play in the water. As you see, beautiful day. I'll probably go for a walk, and then there's a plane coming in. I don't know how far the GoPro is going to get that out, but that's the plane coming in. I love canned Coca-Cola poured into a red cup with ice. I don't know why that combination. Like if you use a 2-liter bottle or the plastic bottles, it holds differently. Drinking right from a can, I don't necessarily like drinking from the can. So I like canned Coke in a red cup with ice. It doesn't even have to be a red cup, but yeah, it's like the best combination. And nothing, absolutely nothing compares to a McDonald's Fountain Coke. A McDonald's Fountain Coke is the bomb. Yeah, I spent I bought that case of Malibu. It was like $180 or something like that. And then what else did I buy? I bought something else, and then that UV light was $25. And gotta watch. Gotta get myself not a better budget, because I don't really do much, man. I'm a simple dude, but I drink a lot. If you get Cokes are expensive. If I can ever get Cokes, like there's something with the aluminum, something with the COVID, the canned Coca-Cola people. So what's that, Sprite, and whoever else they are. There's been issues with that, and the sales aren't, man, if I can get a good sale, like our commissary at work had a good sale the last holiday. I should have loaded up, but I don't do that. I try to, when I went to the commissary, I tried to just get stuff for work and stuff like that, because, you know, we have a lot of retirees that went to our commissary, and, you know, we ain't taking from them. Let them get their stuff first. Yeah, they're absolutely the priority. Let them get their stuff. But like on the flip side, when we had toilet paper issues and all that stuff, I mean, I'm not going to say making sure, but my toilet paper came from the commissary. They got us. They definitely got us. You know, and it was limited just like everything else. And of course, we made sure that we all had something. But, you know, the retirees in the neighborhood, there's a place called Knollwood. Knollwood bring a bus in the morning, and we would absolutely make sure they had their stuff first. Make sure they have their stuff first. They're good. We even help carry stuff to the bus for them. But make sure they have their stuff first, and then, yeah, they would definitely make sure we had our toilet paper, man. That's one thing I'm gonna miss. They took care of us. They really did take care of us. As civilian firefighters, they really took care of us. I have no complaints. Yeah, I can go for a walk right now. Let's head to the beach. Head to the beach. We'll go. Rolling up to the beach now. If you notice in the video, my boys, they come in here. So when we park the last couple days, yesterday was a holiday, and then Sunday, you know, the weekends, I'm not gonna say are always packed, but there's a good amount of people down here. And my boys see the people and they put their masks on. I'm like, once we get on the pad, I'm like, you can take your mask off. No, no, I'm keeping them on. I'm like, holy cow, man, you guys crack me up. Hey man, whatever, to one's to own. So when you see them in their masks, it's not me making them, it's them. You know, hey, they're trying to do the right thing. They're young, they don't necessarily understand all the rules and, you know, staying close to people and all that, and I don't know. But let's go for a walk, man. Jake is growing non-stop. So he needs new shoes just because he's outgrowing them. And then his pants are like the same way. If you get them 10s, they're big in the waist, perfect at his ankles slash shoe. Wash them a couple times and they ride up a little. 12s are way too big. It's like, I used to be like that too, man. I was tall and skinny. But yeah, Jake's in a funny spot right this second. So Nicky gets all his hand-me-downs. Nicky is fine on clothes because he gets all Jake's. Jake's hurting. So I got him a couple pairs of pants, but he needs a pair of shoes. I put on a pair of Vans. That's why we were like, I don't need to go back by the house. I needed to put tennis shoes on. Even since yesterday when the boys were dragging logs and stuff up to here, somebody has made like a little foundation. I say if you check, you know, past videos like before I retired and stuff, man, there's usually teepees and little houses. So I don't know who does it, but they always build structures along this beach. It's pretty cool. And I said my boys come down here and play. And yeah, even since yesterday, there's already stuff done. And the tide's low. I think official low tide's at 313, 230 now, so it's going to get a little lower. You want me to tell you a story while we're on this walk? All right, here's one of them calls that is definitely sunk into my head in so many different forms. So it was traumatizing. It was calls for PTSD. It was a life experience. It was talking to the cops. It was a legal incident. It was a, yeah, this is one of those that hits on a lot of different things. And I'd say I'm glad I hit this at a younger age. I definitely was not new, and I was a lieutenant at the volunteer station I was at the time. But it was very interesting as a whole drawn out incident. So we run a crash on Route 50, and we're the engine. I'm on the engine, and then so it's an engine squad ambulance. I don't remember if it was a medic unit or not, man. Like I say, it is pretty old, but I got the part that was engraved in my head, that's for sure. So we get there to work, and man, there's like 3 different cars involved. All of Route 50 is blocked because of the accident, not because of us. But we helped, obviously. We got there, you know, block traffic as best we could. But the road was already shut down. I mean, we had to come up the wrong side of the road just to get to it. And we hear a lot of, so we're working, us and the squad, and no one was trapped. I'm not going to say a basic crash. I mean, it was all over the road. But very basic crash, man. A couple people might have needed to go to the hospital for checkups and stuff like that. Nothing major, with the exception of cars being all over the road. And you know, we hear tires screeching and get down, get down, get down. We actually hear a crash, like cars crashing into each other. I remember me personally looking up and seeing cars coming at us, like cars coming at us. I grabbed one of the victims from the original crash. The squad officer grabbed a victim from the original crash. And I remember both of us diving, holding our person in our arms, diving over the guardrail and down into a ditch. And I remember falling, holding that person and looking up and seeing the underside of the vehicle going over top of us. So that in itself was amazing. Close call, traumatizing. But there was already a state trooper on the scene with us for the original accident. He starts yelling, "Shut the car off, shut the car off." And we hear a pop. I'm like, sound like a gunshot. Who the hell just fired? And then I watched the officer draw his weapon and drop a mag. And I'm like, that was pretty wild. So of course we're down in a ditch. We have cover. So myself and the squad officer laid on top of our people, making sure they're covered. Yeah, so again, I mean, we got cover. We're laying in the ditch. I felt safe because I was in a good, I mean, I kind of knew what was going on. The officer and that car were shooting at each other. So be it. Yeah, we were down a ditch. The angle should be fine unless there was some type of weird ricochet. And I didn't even think about that at the time. I was like, nah, we're good. We got good cover, good cover. Yeah, being shot, I don't even think was in my mind still to this day. That wasn't a concern at all, at all. Trying to get all this stuff together, and the rest of the video has been corrupted. So I dumped all the videos I could to my my computer and then reformatted the disc and got my disc back up or whatever. But nah, that was it, man. That's Tuesday, January 19th. I know I'm putting this up late, but this has been added afterwards. And man, retirement life is great. I've had a lot going on lately. I'm sorry I haven't been doing something daily. It's just too much, man. I got a lot going on. But the biggest thing is remain positive, be positive. Hey, man. Keep checking back, man. Like and subscribe. I say it at the end, but nobody ever makes it to the end. So if you actually made it here, comment, say, hey, I made it to the end. Then I know if you made it.